It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. It has been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense, seeking his 3rd Super Bowl title. He is no stranger to the big game.
He's not a stranger to it at all. In fact, I think he's very comfortable with the stage that is the Super Bowl. We know it hasn't all been roses for him because he's had his share of disappointments. But just when we write him off, his guys always seem to deliver. And here he is now with a chance to make history and be one of just a handful of coaches with 3 Super Bowl rings. That's impressive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Brand, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Saints are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simple.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Mills. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Leo Chanel. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action. Mills. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Pulled in at the 24. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Finding room at midfield. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal.
Mahomes now on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mills.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Play fake. Mills.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mills to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Fielded just inside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Mills. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Chris Jones on the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Mills. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On third down, here's Mills. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Kamara with a run on first down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Kamara try the right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Mills now from the 50. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Play action now. Mills. There's Chris Olave. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A first down throw for Mills. That's Olave bringing in another one.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw again on 2nd down.
Mills.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They give him a gain of 38.
Throwing. Mills. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run it again with Kamara, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Mills now.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Chris Olave.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Saints will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, the next drive, they're going to make this a 3-possession game.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for it, and momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw, Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mills, and that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's just a 32-yard